Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your severe weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Good morning. It is Thursday, August 18th, 2011, and we have another round of showers and thunderstorms moving through the Northern Mid-Atlantic. Now, this area of showers and thunderstorms was not expected in the forecast. In fact, I was expecting dry conditions all the way until about this evening. And the reason why these showers and thunderstorms have developed is because of this disturbance right here. This weak trough is a surface reflection of a more impressive mid-level disturbance that moved through the Northern Mid-Atlantic this morning. Now, when we put this in motion, you could see this disturbance intensifying over the Philadelphia metropolitan area and then moving east. And that is what caused our showers and thunderstorms. This mid-level disturbance is now moving to the east, and look at the dry air building in behind this disturbance. When we look at the visible satellite picture, you can see plenty of clear skies throughout much of western and central Pennsylvania. And when we put this in motion, you can clearly see we have the clouds moving in the correct fashion. Here we are. That they are moving away from the Northern Mid-Atlantic. You can see a live clearing developing over eastern Pennsylvania. So once these showers leave the Northern Mid-Atlantic later on this morning, by this afternoon I'm expecting clear skies for many locations throughout the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. Now, stating that, there's still going to be a threat for a few scattered showers this afternoon. And the reason why, well, let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture a little bit further out. You can see all of eastern North America here, and here's our disturbance that produced our showers and thunderstorms this morning. And we have another disturbance here, and another disturbance here, and another disturbance in the northern plains, and another one over Canada. And you can see the type of pattern we have developing here. All these disturbances are tracking towards the Northern Mid-Atlantic. And as a result, well, they're going to keep us with the threat of showers and thunderstorms. Now, you can see the upper level winds here. They're pretty strong. They're diving from Canada through the Northern Mid-Atlantic and out over the Atlantic. Now, you see this storm right here? This is going to enhance our negative NAO pattern, which means that this whole pattern is going to start to slow down. And as a result, that's going to keep these disturbances hanging around the Northern Mid-Atlantic for this evening all the way on through this weekend, with a threat of scattered showers each day until a very strong cold front moves through on Monday morning with widespread showers and thunderstorms, and behind it a much drier air mass. So we're going to have to deal with these scattered showers and thunderstorms popping up almost at any time. For this afternoon, again, I think we'll see a break. Early evening hours, we'll have another threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Those will fall apart after about 7 p.m. And then from 7 p.m. onward through the rest of the evening, I'm expecting dry conditions. Now, let me just drop down to the tropical Atlantic or in the Caribbean. This disturbance has my eye. I think this tropical disturbance will be becoming a tropical depression, possibly by the 11 a.m. update, certainly by the 5 p.m. update. And I think when we put this in motion, you can clearly see a circulation starting to try to organize itself, and there's convection developing all around this mid-level circulation. And also, pressures are starting to fall rather dramatically over many locations from Jamaica to Central America. So I think we're clearly starting to see the development of a tropical depression here. Now, where this will go, well, I'm expecting this disturbance to move towards the Yucatan Peninsula, possibly impacting portions of the Bay of Campeche later on this weekend. But I think it's going to stay south of the United States because of a strong high-pressure system developing from Cuba through the Gulf Coast. I think you should still keep an eye on this disturbance if you're from Louisiana on westward through Texas. But the best potential for this disturbance to track, and where all the model guidance is forcing this disturbance, is through the Yucatan Peninsula. And if there's anything left after that, because the Yucatan Peninsula is very mountainous, then it will likely track towards the Bay of Campeche and then towards portions of central Mexico. But it's still something to keep an eye on. Further out in the Atlantic, though, well, this disturbance right here is gaining a lot of attention. And really, it's not because of the development. It's more because of what it could become later on. A lot of model guidance are suggesting this disturbance is going to rapidly develop and then move towards the Bahamas and possibly impact the southeast coast. Now, let me stress here, this disturbance has a long way to go before developing. And this feature right here is going to have something to say about whether it does develop, because this feature is an upper level low that not only is introducing quite a bit of dry air into portions of the northern coastal waters of the Caribbean islands, but also is producing a great amount of shear heading ahead of the Caribbean islands. So even if this disturbance does develop, it has a lot to get through before it reaches the Bahamas and threatens the United States. But it's something certainly to keep an eye on. So let's take a look at the models. And today I'm using the European model guidance. I think it's handling the overall pattern the best. And as we move forward again for tonight, really there isn't any defined area of low pressure, but you can see at the mid-levels there's some moisture hanging around. Now, this is not deep moisture, and quite frankly, it really doesn't support any widespread precipitation events. But it does keep the threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms. You can see our stronger disturbances still out further to the west. Now, moving on in time through this weekend, you see one disturbance here, another disturbance that's exiting, here's a disturbance over Canada, and so on and so forth. They're all rotating through the Great Lakes and towards the northern mid-Atlantic, keeping a threat for scattered showers in the forecast through this weekend. But again, notice again that on Saturday night we have dry air at 700 millibars, but some moist air at 850 millibars. So what this is really telling me is that we're dealing with a pattern that will support widely scattered showers, but not a complete washout. And as far as the potential for severe thunderstorms for this afternoon and onward, the upper level dynamics, or in other words, the lack of shear in this atmospheric setup, really isn't supportive for severe weather because, well, no shear means that thunderstorms are going to have a hard time rotating, and then therefore they're likely not going to become severe. Now, by Sunday night, we have a very strong cold front. Look at this trough. It's much further south than the other troughs, and certainly has very strong PVA moving through central New York. At the surface, we have our cold front moving through with widespread showers and thunderstorms, and behind this cold front, much cooler air at 850 millibars, and of course at the surface. So our cold front moves through, likely exiting finally by Monday morning. High pressure will be in control for the start of next week, and then we'll have to keep an eye on this feature here. Now again, when we go further out in time, get to 240 hours, you can see that the European model guidance is really aggressive in driving a tropical low pressure system, what looks like to be a rather intense one, up along the eastern coast of Florida and towards the southeast coast. Now, before everyone gets worried about this potential development, this first has to be able to get through a large amount of shear over this portion of the Atlantic to even get to this point. So is there a potential? Yes, but I wouldn't become overly concerned about this threat just yet. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA Weather as your severe weather source for the northern mid-Atlantic. To find the latest weather information and severe weather coverage, always trust in nyNJPAweather.com or find NYNJPA Weather on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.